Hello there, Hendrik Honda of Charlotte. This is Coach Stephanie with part 2 of your mystery shop. I submitted a request via your website on November the 13th at 3:14 p.m. I received an email from Richard Peacock November the 13th at 3:15 p.m. However, I actually received a call at um, from your dealership at 9:43 the next day, which would have been 10:43 your time, but they did not leave a voicemail. Be sure if you're going to call the customer that you leave them a voicemail message. Also, we want to be sure that we call the customer within less than 15 minutes. You guys did have a third party call after that, but we cannot count a third party. We can only count calls from your dealership. I saw that there was a call today, but after 24 hours, we can't count that. So you want to be sure that you call the customer within less than 15 minutes. If you don't get them on the phone, leave them a voicemail. Send them an email. Let them know that you tried calling them, and ask them if they could give you a call back. You want to be sure if you don't get the customer on the phone the first time that you reach out and call them again before the end of the day. We don't want to wait until the next day to make the very first phone call, okay? The email that you sent did go into my inbox. And it does have an attention grabbing subject line that's clear what it's about and who it's from. And you did mention the specific vehicle that the customer had inquired on. You gave the customer, information on the specific vehicle as far as, the link, and you included a lot of really great information, e-price, all of those things. You gave some extra additional vehicles here so the customer could see different vehicles that you had in your stock. But I want you to be sure that you validate their decision of vehicle with positive words or industry information about that vehicle. You want to validate their choice and make them feel good about it. Your email is free of spelling and grammatical errors, and like I said, you did give information on the exact availability. However, you did not address availability on the specific vehicle that I had requested. You gave all this great information on it. You included a price quote, and mentioned that you knew that I was looking at a Honda, but you did not, mention that that specific vehicle was available. We want to be sure that we are addressing availability so that they know if that specific vehicle is in fact available. Okay. You also want to mention in the email that you're going to give them a call. Set that expectation that they're going to get a call from your dealership, and mention that in the email. You also want to be sure that you give them a value statement in the body of the email. You got up here at the very top of the email, there's a link up here about the Hendrick Honda of Charlotte having the Dealership of Excellence Award. And that is a prestigious award, but we don't want to just put it in the top of the email. A lot of customers may not even pay attention to all the graphics at the top of the email. We want to put it in the body of the email. Let them know why your dealership is better than the rest. Make yourself stand apart from the competition, okay? So I can't give credit because it's not in the body of the email, but I'm giving you an example of something you can use in future. You do have a complete signature file, and that's great, but we want to be sure that we are, like I said, calling in less than 15 minutes, emailing in less than 15 minutes. Then once you hang up with the customer, be sure that you send them an email within less than 15 minutes of speaking to them so that you can continue building rapport and get them information they very well may not have written down during your phone conversation. You want to thank the customer for their time on the phone, confirm next steps, or remind them of whatever you agreed to in the phone conversation. Give them a value statement about your dealership. Be sure the email is free of spelling and grammatical errors and has a complete signature file with a link to your website and a link to your email address. Okay? So keep up the hard work and keep practicing. Your secret code for today is timing. TIMING, timing, because it's all about timing. Have a great day.